Wilkes will do the honors for Campbellsville University as they go right to left here in the first half, left to right for the Blue Raiders. Davis to jump it up for Coach John Wethington and company. Coach Wethington in his 34th season, prowling the sidelines for the Blue Raiders.
A little bit of trivia. His brother coached when I played on the men's side.
Man, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Toss controlled by Lindsey Wilson. Stevens out front, pressured and works around Lauren Lee. I believe Lee and Stevens may have spent time as high school teammates together at Casey County. Here's a quick release shot out of the corner, no good. Rebound to Campbellsville. Long pass from Pedigo is knocked out of bounds by Janiah Davis, who climbs the stanchion there. That's one way to get around an injury.
Well, that's a good aggressive pass there by Pedigo to kick it up to Caitlin, but also good defense for Lindsey Wilson to knock it out of bounds and set up their man-to-man.
Campbellsville to work here in the half court. Lauren Lee has Boyle back to Lee. Little zone look here defensively for the Blue Raiders. Yep. Davis jumps that pass over the top, knocks it into the backcourt. Lauren Lee will grab it, 12 to shoot here. Left side of the lane, Lee kicks it out. Pritchett is open, can't shoot it as Stevens closes in. One dribble in, banks it in from right at the free throw line.
A nice little smile there by Courtney, but what a great ball fake. Got the defender up in the air and a little 15-footer for a first bucket.
Fitting that Pritchett gets the first points of the ball game. She's playing in her 139th game for the Lady Tigers, and that sets the program record for Courtney Pritchett. Jumper off the baseline is good for Patterson. Back the other way comes Campbellsville. Locked up 2 apiece here with Lindsey Wilson College. Boyle collects and comes left side. That is Pritchett, 3 on the way. Bang! Courtney Pritchett with an Edward Jones 3 that rolls around and through.
Yeah, great start, Lady Tigers, getting Pritchett off to a good start early, and we've seen her score points in a lot of buckets really quick.
Out front, Davis. They had Patterson inside, but she had to jump up and catch that. Splits 2 defenders. Pritchett's going to lock it up, and the arrow should point to the young ladies wearing black here this evening.
Shot clock reset. Good defense there by Pritchett. Boy, she's engaged early here, Matt. You would expect that. The senior, last time you're playing at home against your rival down the road, you're going to bring your A game, and she's definitely doing that.
She's got all 5 for Campbellsville. Right side, Lee. Again, a little zone defense for Lindsey Wilson in the corner. Zone buster right there. That's Maddie Boyle. That 3 no good. Davis snatches the rebound, and here comes Jordan Stevens. Lindsey Wilson trails by 3 thanks to that Edward Jones make by Courtney Pritchett a minute ago. Davis drives in. Shot no good. It gets tapped back to her. Misses the putback, and the ball goes out of bounds. They'll point the direction of Lindsey Wilson, so they'll keep it right here. Davis, I thought, was going to have that putback.
She rushed it just a little bit, but also you got to credit Campbellsville getting their hands up there and disrupting it.
Throw it in here to Davis. And back out now to Stevens. She'll work left side of the lane against Pritchett. We're going to have a foul called on the floor here against Campbellsville's Courtney Pritchett. So her first in the ball game either way. Baseline underneath, opportunity here for LWC. Hall looking. She's going to use Davis. Left side, this is Patterson with a jumper, and that's good for Lucy Patterson. 5-4 the count. Patterson has all 4 for the Blue Raiders. Pritchett all 5 for the Lady Tigers. Pedigo drives in, blocked there by Davis. Quickly the other way, and Hodges has that bounce pass kicked away by Lauren Lee. So it'll stay with Lindsey Wilson. They're going to send a couple of changes in here. We're going to see Taylor Guest, 5'10" freshman forward from Marion, Kentucky. Not Marion County, but that's Marion out in the western part of the state. And then they also send in Natalie Gentry, 5'9" freshman forward from Hodgenville, Kentucky. Guess out top, on around they come. That is Sydney Hall. 3 on the way, good. And the Blue Raiders have their first lead of the day here.
Yeah, good ball movement by Lindsey Wilson, and Hall was wide open for a 3, a little deep, but pulled the trigger and drained it.
Hall showing why she was a freshman of the year in the league a few years back. Left side, Pedigo going to drive in. 2 Blue Raiders there. Now they come to Pritchett out top. Right side wide open is Boyle. 3 on the way. Yep. Bang! Maddie Boyle gives Campbellsville the 1-point lead, 8-7, as she knocks in an Edward Jones 3. Tied the school record a few weeks ago at 9. And she just continues to play wonderful basketball.
Well, that bucket is about as big as the ocean right now for Maddie Boyle.
Sydney Hall moves to Patterson left wing. Hall again. They'll come right side to Hodges. Catches. Throws it into the corner. Shot here from Gentry to, she missed it. I Thought maybe it was short, but it looked like maybe just been off to the left a bit. Here comes Boyle. Boyle, a little hesitation, back out, finds her high school teammate, Wilkes, 3. No good. Pettigo chases down the rebound. Pritchett going to go right wing, similar spot. 3 on the way. Bang! Maddie Boyle back-to-back. Edward Jones threes, and John Wethington wants to talk to the Blue Raiders about defending number 15 in black. Campbellsville University with an 11-7 advantage. 6:25 to play in the first quarter. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Tiger Pep Band, they're saying it all, Benji Kelly. They're saying what all of us are thinking. Let's go, Tigers. And Maddie Boyle hearing them. She's got a pair of Edward Jones threes over the last few possessions for Campbellsville University and the Lady Tigers. And if you ask me today, that young lady's your conference player of the year.
Right
We've got
now.
a long way to go. But there is no one playing better basketball than her, and she continues to produce not only in the point category, Benji, but defensively and her ability to create for others on offense as well.
And she just is playing with such confidence right now. When a player plays with that much confidence, they are hard to defend, but also on the defensive end, they are hard to score against.
Sydney Hall run off the spot there. She'll go left side now. Gentry works around Lee out front as Campbellsville with a 4-point lead. Nearly travel. Guess out top. Hodges left side. Open is Hall. 3 on the way for Sydney Hall. That one is too strong, and the rebound chased down by Lauren Lee. Lee nearly lost the handle. She'll send it back to Boyle. I'm telling you, that softball team wanted Boyle to get a look right there.
They did. They were ready to erupt.
Try the entry pass, and it is fouling Wilkes. So that's the first on Guess. First on Lindsey Wilson. Gentry will check back out. Here looking. Boyle in the corner. 3 on the way. In and out. And the entire softball team jumped up there when that shot left the hands of Boyle.
They were ready, just like you were.
I was ready. Hodges into the corner. That is Guess. Guess needs some help. Throws it off the winkle picker of Caitlin Wilkes. Speaking of winkle pickers, Janiah Davis, who's not in the game at the moment, she has got a flashy set of kicks.
Well, I did not notice that. I'll have to wait.
I doubt you've got a pair in your closet.
I do not. I got some maroon ones though. I almost broke them out tonight.
It's a maroon out.
With the maroon out, but I knew that nobody'd be able to see them sitting here underneath the desk, so
hidden.
I'll save that for another day.
The ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Lindsey Wilson College. Coach Wethington has sent Claire Fleming into the lineup, 5'6" freshman guard from Red Boiling Springs, Tennessee. Stevens holds it, and they go out top to Fleming. Right side, Hodges into the short corner. Stevens decks it, kicks out. Left wing, Fleming going to drive in, throw up a floater with the right hand as the shot clock was winding down. Ball gets tapped out. Patterson pulls it in. Patterson needs help. Here's Fleming. 3 on the way. It's online. It's short. And Wilkes plucks that one out of the sky. Campbellsville back now to the offensive end, searching for more points as they lead by 4. Pritchett uses Pettigo out front. Campbellsville with their starting 5 still out there. We've played half of this first quarter. Lee, some nifty ball handling. Throws up a shot in the middle of the lane. No good. Thought she was fouled. No call. Back the other way comes Lindsey Wilson College. Stevens nearly lost it. Hodges works around Boyle. She'll come over looking for Fleming. It's intercepted by Pettigo. Campbellsville to the offensive end. Trailer here is Pritchett off the wing. She'll deck it now. Drive in. Jumper from 12 feet is too strong. And Lucy Patterson there for another rebound. Patterson already feels like a handful of boards in this ball game. Right side, this is Fleming. Gets between Boyle and another defender there on a straight line. Here's a jumper from Guess off the end line. No good. Rebound to Pettigo. Wants to run. Keeps it free from Hodges. Now Pritchett will reset, give it back to Pettigo. Lee will drive in. Lee right at Stevens. Shot up high off the window. No good. There is Wilkes. Put back good. They'll wave it off, however, and say that Patterson fouled her prior to that shot going up. First on Patterson, second on the Blue Raiders, and Caitlin Wilkes will check out here, as will several other members of the starting five. Boyle, Lee, Pritchett, and Wilkes exit for Campbellsville University. They send in Whitney Hay, 6-foot redshirt sophomore forward from Eastview, Kentucky. Tyra Flowers joins the lineup as well, as Pettigo going to look to pitch it in. She's got Flowers, two defenders there. Flowers tries to keep it free, can't. Lost the handle, a turnover on Campbellsville the other way. That is a layup for Stevens. Is that the first turnover of the ball game?
I believe it is. Yeah, it's good defensive pressure there by Lindsey Wilson to trap down on Tyra, and I thought she may have had a little foul, but they let them play through.
Flowers, as I mentioned, 5'10", sophomore forward from Winchester, Kentucky. Campbellsville sent Elizabeth Bertram in there as well. Ball knocked away here. Another turnover on Campbellsville. Actually, they're going to stay with it as Hay able to pick it up. Pettigo drives in. She wants Luby, can't do her. Now BP's fouled. And they're going to say 2 shots. Foul going to go against Janiah Davis. So Bertram, 5'6" junior guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Kayla Luby, 6'2", graduate from B, Nebraska. Some of Kayla's grandparents still here, Benji. They didn't want to go back to
They didn't want
Nebraska
to. They like this warm weather that we've all of a sudden had.
Free throw from Bailey Pettigo here is good. So BP knocks in the first. One more for Bailey. Good shot there of Ginger High Calvin.
I did tell her grandparents, I said, listen, if her parents come, make sure they don't bring that cold weather like y'all did.
Especially if it's much later. As Bertram going to foul Fleming in the backcourt here. So that will be the first on Burt. Second on Campbellsville as a team. Fleming brings Lindsey Wilson to the offensive end. Campbellsville with a 13-9 advantage here. We've got about 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Cutting in the lane here is Fleming. We're going to get a foul. We are. Call that on Flowers. Tough call against Tyra Flowers. Flowers, that long wingspan at 5'10", Fleming at 5'6". It looked pretty good from here, Benji, but they'll nab Flowers with the contact, and Fleming at the line, 67.8% on the season. .305 to play in the period. Fleming, second free throw on the way. She gets both. 13-11 the score. Campbellsville to the front court. Pettigo leads the offense here. They'll go right side to Bertram. Entry quickly to Luby. It was deflected. She stays with it. Davis with a nice play from behind to block that out of bounds. Janiah Davis.
Janiah Davis, she's all over the place right now, offensive and defensive end.
5'11". She plays
a little bigger than that. That's a nice block shot there.
Pettigo to inbound for CU. Lobs it out to Bertram. They're going to try to get it back. No, Bertram going to fire a three. No good. Luby there, the rebound. Spins away from Davis. Missed the shot, but she's fouled. And this one will go against Sydney Hall. It's the first on Hall, fourth on Lindsey Wilson College, and with 2:46 remaining in the first quarter, Kayla Luby goes to the free throw line here at 60% on the season. Luby, of course, transferring from Concordia University, who also in the top 15 or so. That free throw good. Concordia actually was in the top 10. The most recent poll, they moved up from 11 to 8. So they've got a big one here in the next few days against Dordt.
Dordt College.
Out of the GPAC. Yeah. Dordt, number 1 in the country. Second free throw, no good. 14-11. Campbellsville leads by 3. Out top, that is Hall. Back over to Fleming. And right side, they've got Patterson. Fleming nearly has it taken away. She's able to stay with it. Throws it to nobody in particular over there. And that's rushed a bit.
Yeah, and that's just, once again, the good defensive pressure for the Lady Tigers. Although they haven't had as many turnovers here early, but they're speeding them up, and typically when that happens, you start making decisions where you throw it away.
Bertram threw it away, as you said that. Yeah, Davis there to catch it. Bertram tried to get it right back and does. Davis falls to the ground. Bertram will go down and lay it in. Well, Bertram goofed, but she fixed she corrected the mistake. That's like using whiteout right there.
That's it. The double negative turned to a positive.
That's right. In the backcourt, Fleming bounces ahead here to Hall. Bertram gives chase. Hall working into some contact there as Flowers
good defense.
goes down, but she stepped out of play there.
Well, it's just
turnover.
Great defense. Sorry, Matt, that Tyra got down there and put her foot down on the baseline. And what that does is it that extra defender that it creates, and great defense by Tyra.
Left side, Bertram, back out top, Pettigo. Bertram again, can't shoot it. Pettigo, left wing, looking inside, and ball deflected out here to Hay. Hay going to drive in right off the window, and Whitney Hay. Oh boy,
we got a hot mic here all of a sudden. So good job
happened there.
Good job by Whitney there to penetrate and get it off the. And once again, defense creating some havoc there, and they were able to throw it away. So another back-to-back turnovers here for this Lindsey Wilson Ball Club, and Campbellsville capitalizes on it.
So Campbellsville will make some changes here.
I liked hearing your voice, Matt, but that's pretty loud there.
It's heavy. Campbellsville going to send, actually it was Lindsey Wilson that made changes there. Whitney Hay, Lee on around. This is Bertram right side, throwing away short. Luby catches it out of midair, goes back up, and one for Kayla Luby, and the Lady Tigers have their largest lead of the day here at 9 points, 20-11 the score.
Now the question is, was that a pass or a shot from Bertram?
Let's see what Sheldon Dossett says. The shot inside by Patterson missed, and the rebound taken in here by Hay. On around to Bertram. Inside, they've got Hay. Hay working at the logo in the lane. Going to go up, working against Patterson. Shot no good. Luby again, the rebound for Campbellsville. Left side. Lee went out top to Bertram, gets it back. Cradles it, drives in. Shot rolls around and down. And with 34 seconds left in this period, the Lady Tigers have Lindsey Wilson doubled up.
Well, this was a 14-11 game with about 3 to go, and Campbellsville has just gone on a run here to finish this first quarter.
Here is a pass deflected, ball knocked away, and it's going to go right into the arms of Guess. And with 18 seconds remaining, I'll tell you what we can do, Benji. You may be able to turn that down a little bit.
Well, I've got it as far left as I can go.
We'll double check that at the break here. 8 seconds. 22-13. Hay bluffs it. Going to go back out top to Lee. Lee going to try the contested three, and it looked better than the actual end result there when she let it go, but it hit high up off the glass and harmlessly falls to the ground. That's where the first period will come to a close. 22-13 your score. The Lady Tigers will take a 9-point advantage to the second quarter. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Good 22-13 the score. Campbellsville University leading Lindsey Wilson College. Matt Payton and Benji Kelly here with you as Campbellsville, bit of a slow start, trading punches a bit, Benji, but they got rolling offensively in the last few moments. Kayla Luby with 3 points, 3 rebounds to help out. Whitney Hay with a couple of buckets off the bench as well, Elizabeth Bertram factoring into the offensive end. Hayes going to stay on the court to begin this second quarter.
Yeah, you can just those last 3 minutes of that first quarter, Matt, teams were pretty much even in terms of field goal percentage, but those last 3 possessions or 4 possessions, Campbellsville was able to turn over Lindsey Wilson, I think, 3 times and scored all 3 times against that to build this thing out. Right now it's a 9-point lead.
Campbellsville will pressure a bit here to begin this second quarter. Lindsey Wilson works in the half court. They go long inside. That was Hodges looking for Davis. I should say the pass was long. See her, Jenny? Up right behind Richard.
Once again, Campbellsville creating that pressure. Created another turnover, 7 turnovers already for this Lindsey Wilson Ball Club.
Maddie Boyle out top. Here's Lee. Now Lee holds Maddie Nally into the lineup for Campbellsville. 6'2" junior forward from Louisville, Kentucky. Shot by Lee is short. Patterson spills to the ground. Davis collects it, and here comes Hall. 22-13, out to Hodges, right wing three on the way. Yep, that is good for Amelia Hodges. Hodges, Mid-South Conference honorable mention a year ago. Second teamer 2 seasons back. Out top, Lee goes on around to Boyle, bluffs the pass inside to Wilkes as it was not there. Now Pritchett has it. Back out, Boyle, 3 on the way. Bang! Don't help off number 15! She's got a first half trifecta from Edward Jones range.
I'm telling you what, Matt, I don't know what else to say other than she's just playing the best basketball I've ever seen her play. Probably the best player right now in the conference, if not possibly the nation.
25-16. Davis, that is actually Patterson who found Stevens. Stevens going to be fouled down inside here.
Got that one on Maddie Nally, I believe.
So that's going to be the first on Nally, first on Campbellsville. Jordan Stevens goes to the free throw line. She is a really good free throw shooter, just under 89%. Stevens, jinxed her. Sorry.
Jinxed her, sorry about that, but Casey County product.
She and Lauren Lee were Rebels together.
They were. She's a good three-point shooter as well, almost 40% on the year.
Here's second free throw for Stevens is good. 25-17 the score. Nally off to Pritchett, bluffs the pass, looking. Nally, now Wilkes working in the block, right-handed shot, good. Soft touch there for Kit Kat.
Yeah, it's hard to guard when Caitlin gets the ball down there that low. She makes a quick decision and a little spin move and jump hook, and it's hard to defend.
27-17, Lady Tigers by 10 and a takeaway. Pritchett stepped in front of Patterson. Here comes Lee, right side of the lane around Hodges off the window, good.
Yeah, Lauren is so good when she's able to get out there in the open court and just get to the rim. She's so strong, and that time was just able to blow right by her defender and get it up on the block for an easy layup.
Now here on Lauren Lee. First on Lee, second on Campbellsville. 29-17 your score. We've played 1 minute and 59 seconds of this second quarter. Stevens, far side of the floor, now back to Fleming, who checked back in. Inside to Davis. She'll go off the elbow to Patterson. Shot no good. Pritchett grabs it. Here comes Boyle. Stevens sprints to catch up. Boyle stops looking for Lee. Now Pritchett right wing can't shoot it. Lee again. She'll drive. Kicks it out. Pritchett 3. Bang! Courtney swish it!
Campbellsville shooting the ball really well from downtown. 5 of 12 for 42%.
32-17. The Lady Tigers with the lead. Hall. Short corner Patterson. Jumper on the way. Too strong. Lee the rebound. Little contact. They'll say play on. Here comes Lauren Lee. Accelerates all the way to the rim. Off glass, no good. Pritchett, can she grab it? She can. Wide open. Boyle, 3 on the way. In and out. Nally the rebound for CU. Coach Wethington looking for answers as Hodges going to return to the lineup before she can do it. Wilkes going to kiss one in off the back of the iron.
Well, and that's just great effort there by Maddie Nolly, getting that offensive rebound, and then you're able to work your offense, get it down low to Caitlin Wilkes, where we all know she's very effective.
Stevens on the dribble in the middle of the lane, kicks it out. Hall, 3 on the way. That is too strong for Hall. Campbellsville has Lindsey Wilson doubled up at 34-17. Right side, Pritchett, 3 on the way. Bang! Courtney Pritchett joins Maddie Boyle with the first half trifecta. And Campbellsville University has forced Coach John Wethington to take another timeout. 37-17 your score, a 30-second timeout with 6:28 remaining in the first half. And Benji Kelly, sometimes this is just too much fun, and the Lady Tigers certainly having fun on the floor.
Well, they really are, and they're playing some great basketball, and they have been as of late as they started this conference play. You got to look at Maddie Boyle, Courtney Pritchett. Both of them are knockdown 3 trifectas. Caitlin Wilkes down low, already got 4 points, 3 rebounds. So Campbellsville's just kind of clicking on all cylinders right now, and this thing has gotten It was 11-14. Actually, it may have been 11-13 at one point, and Campbellsville's gone on a was that a 23-6 run over about the last 7 or 8 minutes of this game. A lot of fun to watch.
Who are they? Oh, Dia Bradley.
Yeah, Dia Bradley's in. Yeah,
that's far side. Dia, she's had some monster performances.
You talk about another young lady that can put it in there.
She's wearing her Lady Tiger sweatshirt over there, and we're going to have fun calling that name. I believe we could be wrong. I believe somebody's going to vacate that number 32. And I believe Dia will inherit that number 32 from Courtney Pritchett.
Well, I have it on good authority that you're probably right.
So that'll be a nice little transition. It went from, I believe, this ball, the shot blocked by Nally. Patterson going to grab it and get a stick back for Lindsey Wilson. But I don't know that it was a direct handoff from Lindsey Bird to Courtney Pritchett. There was maybe a couple years in between. But that number 32 has been awfully kind to Campbellsville over the last decade or so.
Boy, it really has.
Pritchett holds back to Lee on the right wing. They lead it by 18 points. Nally feeds. That's Wilkes inside. She gets the bucket, and Maddie Nally the bounce.
Yeah, and it's a great bounce pass by Maddie Nally. She penetrated to the baseline, created a nice angle, and Caitlin made a quick decision and up and in.
Here is Fleming driving in. Lost the handle, I believe. Patterson picks it up. We're going to go to the arrow. And I believe that's going to go to CU.
That's Campbellsville ball.
So CU gets it back, and Sarah Sutton checks in for Campbellsville. Our friend Shootin' Sutton, the 5'10 senior forward from Scottsville, Kentucky. 39-19, a 20-point Campbellsville advantage. Boyle works her way left wing, holds it, and we get a foul inside. This was called against Grace Brewer. She checked in a few possessions back. Brewer, 5'10 freshman forward from London, Kentucky, and I believe she and Rachel Presley would have been teammates back in high school.
A lot of familiarity. Yeah, I went back and looked. With 3:11 to go in that first quarter, Campbellsville was up 13-11.
So here is an inbounds play. That is Pettigo finding Wilkes on the right block, an easy two for CU. 13-11, you said, with how much time?
3:11. So in 8 minutes.
Hall going to drive in, goes baseline to Brewer. One dribble back out front and takes the jumper. No good. Pettigo, the rebound off the carom here. Pettigo, right side of the lane, right at Fleming, off the window. No good. May have lost that on the way up. A little contact. Brewer back the other way. She's got Guess. Guess going to work. Baseline jumper here, and she's fouled. We'll see. Hopefully that's Sutton. If not, it's 2 on
Yeah, it was
Pritchett.
on Sutton.
So they do get Sarah Sutton.
Sutton reaching over the top there.
Ruby checking back in for Wilkes. Flowers in for Pritchett. So you've got Pettigo, Sutton, and Boyle remaining on the court here for Campbellsville University. I'll tell you, Benji, when the Lady Tigers shoot the three, and tonight it's been Boyle and Pritchett, but when you get a team that shoots the three like this, it is so hard on opposing teams, no matter how good you are. I think you make this comment sometimes about it being the equalizer, but it's also
the great extender. And you got to pick your poison. You know, you've got 2 dominant posts that this Lady Tiger team has, and so are you going to defend that? If you do, that opens up the perimeter, and that's kind of what's happening tonight. Even though they're playing a zone, Campbellsville's been able to kind of dissect that zone and hit the open three. I would not be surprised here at some point that he goes to man. Actually, he's gone to man right now, so look for the post to kind of open up here.
Guess gets 1 of 2 free throws. Campbellsville leads by 21, 4.5 to play in the period. Hay out front here to Pettigo. Pettigo looks. She's got Flowers quickly in. Luby has it knocked out of her hands by the help defender Hall. It goes out of play. It'll stay with CU. 10 on the shot clock here.
Shouldn't we have the media? We had a 30-second
Buddy on the women's side. I know. I'm trying to figure out the media, so I just can't do it. Pettigo will lob it in here. Hay catches quickly inside.
Nice
She'll
post.
go to Luby. Kayla Luby gets the finish, and Whitney Hay the find.
Yeah, it's just a great post move there by Kayla Luby.
The Blue Raiders averaged 80 points a game, Benji, here through 15 minutes or so as that pass intercepted by Luby there right at 20. Bouncing, Hay has Flowers. Hall takes it away, but Stepping on the inline was Sydney Hall, so Campbellsville will keep the possession here with 3:58 to play. Natalie Gentry will return for Coach Wethington. Lucy Patterson will get a breather. Jordan Stevens jumps up. She'll check back in as well. Nice crowd on hand here at the Powell tonight.
Yeah, you would expect that. And Matt, we said this, I think, last week, but this is the first time in a long time that we've had a game against Lindsey on a Thursday night.
Pedigo looking. Hay wants Luby on the entry, not there. They've got a matchup they like, but they can't get it to Luby. Now they do. Luby keeps it away, and she'll get an easy 2 points. Whitney Hay again helps to set it up.
Well, and that's, once again, that's a great job by Hay and Luby there, just not being patient and allowing the play to kind of play out.
And Hay intercepts it. Gentry was looking for Hodges. Hay behind the back, goes up, and she's fouled by Hodges. And perhaps a foul, but that's a really late whistle.
That is a late whistle. I thought it was all clean myself.
So Hodges is going to pick up the foul. That's her first. Second on Lindsey Wilson as a club.
John Wethington not happy with that, and I tend to agree with him on that one. That was a bad call.
He's awfully animated. He may get a present if he's not careful. He barked at this gentleman a bit earlier. He said, I think he said, "Can you not see that they are holding her?" That's what he said earlier. Here's Hay with the free throw. That is short. One more coming for Whitney Hay. Coach Wethington.
He's still going. Oh, well, absolutely. I go for it. He's got a right to be upset. I thought it was clean.
Second free throw for Hay. That one is good, so she gets 1 of 2.
Now he's going down to the other official.
They may just keep barking.
Oh. Well, he's fighting for his team, and I get it.
Long pass. Stevens looking for Davis, who jumps up, catches it, and skip pass right side. We got a quick whistle.
Yeah, 44. Whitney tried to push through the screen right there.
Okay, so she didn't. I was looking at the shooter. So
no, it was on the screen.
Okay, that makes a little more sense. So that's an off-the-ball foul here. It is 4 on Campbellsville as a team, and Lindsey Wilson will keep the possession.
And puts Lindsey in the bonus here the rest of this first half.
3:14 to play in the period. 46-20, the Lady Tigers the advantage. So they're on a monster run. Did you start this at 33-9? The run here, something like that. Here is Stevens. She'll take the jumper, working herself to the left side. No good. Pedigo, the rebound for Campbellsville. BP to the front court. She'll slow it down off the left wing. Inside, they've got Hay. Hay back to Bertram. We checked back into the lineup a moment ago. Hay motions. Once Flowers not there. Now looking for Luby on the other side. Not there. Hands it off. Pedigo will drive in right down the lane. And Bailey Pedigo, left hand, gets the easy bucket.
And Bailey just kind of sliced and diced right there through the middle. And good job of being patient.
Hall stops. Bounces to Patterson. Now Stevens. Pressured a bit by Bertram. Goes to Hodges opposite side. Back to Stevens. She'll work. Inside. Dumps it off. Gentry. And Gentry gets the bucket down low for Lindsey Wilson College. Bertram on the right wing, bounces to Hay. Inside, flashing there is Flowers, and she's bumped from the backside by Gentry. This will be her first 3 on the Blue Raiders as a team. Campbellsville again with a baseline out of bounds underneath chance here. 2:09 to play in the first half. Maddie Nally returns to the lineup. 48-22. Pedigo pats it and looks. She's got Bertram, her old teammate at Barron County High School. Bertram wanted Luby. She's able to fight through the defense of Patterson and grab it. Now Nally will work. She needs help. And this pass deflected. Hodges is going to go long. She's got Hall. Hall works her way in, gets the finish. Yeah, they want steps there? So there's a lot of groaning.
It was, I think they
had to go wide open underneath, Benji, while you were trying to get out the analysis there. Pedigo found a wide open Luby down low. 50-24 the score. And a turnover. No, they're going to say Luby last touched it. 1:32 to play in the first half. Campbellsville got a lock in on the defensive side. The Lady Tigers led in scoring thus far by Courtney Pritchett with 11. They get 9 from Maddie Boyle, 8 from Caitlin Wilkes, 9 off the bench for Kayla Luby. Out top, this is Hall. Fleming gets a
That's a
step
walk.
inside. That is a walk by Fleming. They missed it. She got an extra step. That was the old NBA
I
deal
was
there.
starting to say that's a Euro step plus NBA plus.
If you can get away with it,
Yeah.
by all means. Foul here will go against Whitney Hay. That's going to be her second, Benji. So we'll see if Coach Ginger Hyde Colvin pulls her with this final 122. Make sure she doesn't get that third foul. Free throw here for Fleming is good. Lauren Lee checked back in. Hay is going to stay on the floor for the time being. 50-26 after a pair of Fleming free throws. Zone look here defensively for the Blue Raiders. Right wing, Bertram holds. They'll come near side. That is Hay in the middle of the lane. She'll take the little floater with the right hand. That is beautiful.
Yeah, and I love that aggressiveness from her. As soon as she received the pass, she was immediately penetrating toward the middle.
Hodges stops and she walks. Was that Nally maybe that run at Hodges and forced her to double clutch and threw off the rhythm? Hodges called for steps, and the Lady Tigers get it back again. They've got the Blue Raiders doubled up here, 52-26. Right wing Bertram's open, won't shoot it. Burt, one dribble. Now back to Lee out front. Bertram again. Lee again out top. Lauren at the free throw line stops. Burt wide open, three on the way. That is long, and the rebound hauled in by Hodges. She'll go to Hall. Hall works left side, now across the lane and kicks out. Fleming, three on the way for Claire Fleming. Short, long board chased down by Hall. Davis, kind of a no-look off into the corner to Hodges. That three no good. Patterson the rebound. She'll work her way in, and Hay does pick up that aforementioned third foul. And this will be an and one opportunity for Lucy Patterson as she gets the putback. So Whitney Hay picks up number 3. She's had a really nice first half, though, Benji. 5 points, 3 assists, and a steal for Hay to go with 1 rebound.
Yeah, it's. I think she's kind of settled in a little bit, been a little more aggressive on the offensive end, and one little cheap foul fighting through the screen. But other than that, played extremely well.
One thing about this Lady Tiger roster there is Patterson hits the free throw 52-29. They do have the depth to cover up foul troubles here and there.
They really do.
So Campbellsville can hold for the final shot. They sent Maddie Boyle back in for Hay. We'll see if the Lady Tigers can get her a look. They work it to her right side, push through the screen before Boyle can shoot it. They did have a foul to give, and credit to Claire Fleming. She knew the scouting report, Benji Kelly. She was going to fight through that screen to get there. They'll send Sutton in. So now if you're Coach John Wethington, kind of pick your poison. You've got Boyle, Sutton, and Bertram, 3 of the better three-point shooters in the league out there. Lee going to pitch it in with 7.7 seconds remaining. Boyle back to Lee, back to Boyle. Needs some help. Hodges there. Bertram back to Boyle. 3 on the way. No good off to the left. Nice closeout by Fleming to make sure Boyle didn't get a super clean look. But Maddie Boyle does do her damage in the first half with 3 made threes. The Lady Tigers head to the locker room here with a 52-29 advantage over Lindsey Wilson College. We will step away. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and look at the numbers. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Campbellsville University leads Lindsey Wilson College here in the Powell Athletic Center. Your score at halftime, 52-29 in favor of Campbellsville. Benji Kelly, you mentioned the score there, but late in the first quarter was 13-11.
Yep.
So the Lady Tigers go on a 39-18 run to end the half, and they gap the Blue Raiders, and this is a pretty large deficit for Lindsey Wilson, and they're going to need to get hot in the second half. But how about the Lady Tigers, who were hot in the first half? Courtney Pritchett and Maddie Boyle, terrific first half performances by those two young ladies.
It really is. I mean, you've already got 4 players for the Lady Tigers, 2 Pritchett in double figures already, but you've got Maddie, Caitlin, and Kayla Luby 1 bucket away from being in double figures. So just some great offensive efficiency. Also on the defensive end there with about that 3-minute mark is when Campbellsville kind of turned it up a little bit defensively and started turning Lindsey Wilson over, and they capitalized on that to finish the half.
The Lady Tigers finish 53.8% overall from the field in the first half. They were 21 of 39 shots, a pretty big number in one half of play, Benji.
Yeah,
but
it is.
53.8% there, 6 of 16 from deep. That's 37.5%. Campbellsville University from the free throw line, 4 of 6, 66%. For the Blue Raiders, 37% shooting. They were 10 of 27. 2 of 9 from long range. That is 22%. 7 of 9 at the free throw line for Lindsey Wilson. That is 77.8%. The Campbellsville University Lady Tigers led in scoring here by Courtney Pritchett in the first half, 11 points, 4 of 5 shooting for Pritchett, 3 of 3 from deep, 2 rebounds, 3 assists for Courtney Pritchett, who's playing in her 139th game
That's
for
impressive.
the Lady Tigers, and that breaks Mackenzie Lee's school record of 138, program record of 138. She continues to kind of raise the bar here as she goes out her final season. She'll go out the all-time winningest Lady Tiger. She and Bailey Pettigo will share that distinction over the last 5 years thanks to COVID, and then she will also she set the record previously for games started in a Lady Tiger career. This is 139. It's an easy number to remember.
Well,
she started all 139
absolutely.
of them.
She's done everything, and she came and set that first year and learned. And I tell you what, from day one, once she put them in the lineup, it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Campbellsville gets 9 apiece from Maddie Boyle, who knocked in 3 Edward Jones threes, and Kayla Luby off the bench, 3 rebounds. She was 4 of 5 in the first half. Caitlin Wilkes had 8 points, 4 of 5 shooting for Wilkes, 3 boards for the reigning Conference Player of the Year. 5 points from Whitney Hay to go with 3 assists and a board. 4 each for Bailey Pettigo and Lauren Lee. Lee with 5 helpers in the first half of play. Pettigo 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Campbellsville got 2 points from Elizabeth Bertram. Bertram in 7 minutes chipping in with a couple of points and 2 assists. Campbellsville sees time from Tyra Flowers, Maddie Nally, and Sarah Sutton. Those young ladies failed to score in the first frame. For Lindsey Wilson, no player in double figures just yet. Lucy Patterson has 9 points. She was the Conference Player of the Week a week ago. Mid-South Conference second team member last year was Patterson. 7 first-half rebounds for her. The Blue Raiders get 5 points from Sydney Hall, 4 points from Claire Fleming, 3 each for Jordan Stevens, Amelia Hodges, and Taylor Guest. Natalie Gentry had 2 points in the first half of play for Lindsey Wilson. Campbellsville, 18 rebounds, 14 for the Blue Raiders, 7 on the offensive end for CU, 5 for Lindsey Wilson. Here's a big number, 19 assists for Campbellsville. Benji, 5 steals, 3 turnovers. When you look at the numbers for Lindsey Wilson, 7 assists, 3 steals, but 12 turnovers for Lindsey.
19 assists on 21 made buckets for Campbellsville. You cannot. That's pretty close to almost perfect. That assist to field goal. But Campbellsville is playing really well right now. Now, we've seen this Lindsey Wilson team. They go on runs, and they can easily get themselves right back in this. So the first 5 minutes of this second half is going to be extremely critical for this Lady Tiger team.
Behind me, you see Kobe Colvin. That's the son of Coach
Yeah, he
Ginger
had a good night last night.
He got close to double figures.
I think he did.
He did. He got there, and they won the rivalry matchup against Campbellsville. So he's rooting his mom on here tonight in a rivalry matchup with Lindsey Wilson College. Taking a look quickly, Benji, at some of the other numbers here, some of the enhanced scoring totals. Points in the paint, 28-12 in favor of CU. So you dominate with the three, hit 6 threes, but you also get it done in the paint. Just a terrific performance offensively. Points off turnovers, 13-4 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Second chance points, 10-7, again in favor of CU. Bench points, 16-9 in Campbellsville's direction. Score was tied once. The lead would change hands twice. The largest lead for the Blue Raiders, 2 points. For Campbellsville, their largest lead was 28 here at halftime. It is a 23-point Lady Tiger advantage. We will step away here. We'll take our extended timeout. We'll come back in just a bit and bring you second half action as Campbellsville leads it at the break 52-29 over Lindsey Wilson College. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. excuse me. Welcome back inside the Powell Center, 52-29 the score. Benji, I don't know if you got all of what I heard over here. You never know who you're going to run into. It's often a who's who of Lady Tiger.
It is.
You go back down the list, and there's always someone visiting. Tonight it's Courtney Cruz.
Yeah.
She got in the year after Ginger did, and she was telling me, she says, my very first practice, she said, I'm a freshman, Ginger's a sophomore. She said, we come down the court, we hadn't been practicing long, and here Ginger throws it behind the back. Courtney said, I never saw it coming. She said, she said, I promise you that Baden logo or whatever was on her forehead. But I think that's the reputation Coach had.
Hey, Coach.
What the heck? Whatever. She'd tell everybody hello. Look at her. She can have fun mid-game.
Oh, my goodness.
But and then Courtney said, as Coach Wise walked in, Courtney said, she's one of those, you could go bowling with her and she'd roll it between the legs and roll a strike.
Well,
I said, one of those that can just do everything. And Ginger looked at me and said, yeah, I got to be in bowling. I said, really? She said, yeah, Coach Wise. I said, no way.
No,
Coach Wise gave her a B.
Wow.
I said, it's because you're not supposed to roll it between your legs.
Well, that's not proper etiquette. But I'll never forget Courtney watching her play. And when I came as a freshman, we had a little freshman orientation, and Courtney was on the panel, and I'll never forget what she said. She said, the most important phone number that you're going to remember as a Campbellsville University student is 789-1115. Domino's Pizza.
That's a spokesman for Domino's back in the day. But the Lady Tigers and Blue Raiders getting set to begin this second half here. 52-29 your score as the two clubs head out onto the floor. I think we may have had a spill over on the Lady Tiger bench. Man, I'm thrilled with this crowd here.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Well, I tell you, now I don't know what we're doing. Now we just did we pour water on water to make water? Is water wet, Coach?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what happened. There may have been a spill of something other than water.
This may be the biggest crowd we've had all year.
A little tackiness for the Lady Tigers here.
A lot of community folk in town.
Absolutely.
Great
I
student
think
turnout.
some of maybe the football team has started to pour in here. Back to play. Campbellsville on the defensive end as the Blue Raiders go right to left in the second half. Hodges will go down on the baseline to Patterson, drives in and kicks across the lane down the corner to Stevens. Hall nearly bobbled it away. Hodges leaves it out. Hall, 8 to shoot. She'll work back to the corner. Stevens tries to get around Wilkes. Down the end line, goes reverse. She threw it up underneath the net there. It came right back down. Did they get that shot off?
Nope,
they say no. So the Lady Tigers will get it. That ought to at least be worth a half a point.
Well,
Jordan Stevens, I'm going
to throw something at you. What if it would have went up through the bottom?
Does that count?
It does not.
I didn't think so.
No.
But
I've seen it happen before, though.
You would have had a few more points probably.
Well, I would have
been allowed. Pettigo left side here is Pritchett back to Bailey. She's open. 3 on the way. Bang! Bailey. Pettigo the 7th. Edward Jones make the night for CU. And her mom, Michelle, jumps up awfully quick over there.
I told her she needed to calm down over there, and she said, listen, that ain't going to happen.
Hall on around. Campbellsville extending their lead here. It's a 55-29 score. Davis at the elbow now to Patterson. She has it raked away. Wilkes was straight up. Pettigo got a hand on it, and it fell into the lap of Courtney Pritchett. She's the trailer. Pettigo finds her 3. No good. And the rebound taken in by Patterson, who navigates away from Lauren Lee.
Good look there by the Lady Tigers as Courtney was trailing on the fast break.
Davis holds, and this pass knocked away. Lee got a hand on it. Took it away from Hodges. Lee going to throw up a shot. Contested. It goes through for Lauren Lee, and that'll get some of the Powell faithful up on their feet.
Well, she's just so strong, Matt.
Softball team must have went to practice or something. They have all vacated. That is now the football team in that section. Hodges goes right side to Stevens. Around Pettigo. Now Patterson. Hodges bluffs the pass. Drives in. Lost her footing. She ran into maybe Pritchett or Boyle perhaps. Spills to the ground. It's a turnover on Lindsey Wilson. Campbellsville with a 57-29 advantage. 7:54 remain here in the third quarter. Lauren Lee bounces into the corner open. Boyle 3 on the way. Bang! Maddie Boyle's 4th. Edward Jones make.
Yeah, that's some high. That gets her into double figures. All 3-pointers here this evening for Maddie Boyle.
Hall out front to Hodges, 60-29 the score. Davis going to try a three out of the corner on the far side. No good. Ball battled for. Finally comes down to Lee. 2 defenders there, and Davis going to pick up the foul call. And
some
Davis was not happy with that.
She was not happy with that one.
Second on Davis. The first in the third quarter on Lindsey Wilson. Gentry back in. Hall, Stevens, and Davis all checking out. So Coach Wethington going to have some youth out there with Guess, Gentry, and Fleming into the corner. Boyle, Patterson there defensively. She takes that shot away. Pritchett with the ball fake. Into the middle, they find Lee. On around Pettigo. She's going to go down the inline. Boyle, 3. That one's going to be short. Pritchett had it knocked out of her arms by Fleming. I believe it'll stay with the Lady Tigers. Maddie Boyle, you're entitled to one of those every now and then. Left that one well short.
It keeps you humble. Keeps you humble.
She knew it on the release. That football team down there would have went bananas had she hit that one. They've got Boyle in the corner. Won't shoot it this time. Pettigo drives in. Left side of the lane. Now circles back out. Lee. Right side. Attacks. Throws it up. It won't go, but she will take the trip to the free throw line here, as this will go against Amelia Hodges. Sarah Sutton will re-enter for the Lady Tigers. Thank you for tuning in tonight, whether you're listening on 88.7 The Tiger through the TuneIn radio app or watching us through video platforms locally on Comcast Cable Channel 10 or Claw United through YouTube. Free throw here for Lee is good.
Tell me about that Claw United. Is it going pretty good for us?
It's been a terrific endeavor for us, and it's one that we hope continues to grow. And
that's awesome.
No real complaints thus far. And
well, we've got a great product to sell, and kudos to you and your team for putting together a great product.
Here is a deflection. Campbellsville back the other way. Lee going to attack again. She'll go left side of the lane. Watch out now. Gentry with a heavy piece of Maddie Boyle. Boyle's fall made me a bit nervous. She's all right.
She hops up like a spring chicken. I'll tell you what, Maddie Boyle playing some great basketball, going to the free throw line here. 84% on the year. Already here this evening with 12 points.
Lee hit a pair of free throws a moment ago. Boyle hits this one. That foul was on who? Benji Gentry?
That was on Gentry.
So that is the second on Gentry. 3 on the Blue Raiders. Boyle's first free throw was good. The second good as well. She's well into double figures here this evening.
14 points.
Hodges out front here is Guess. Long 2. That is strong. Rebound to Lauren Lee. Lee will push. Lee going to go right side, slows down, leaves it for the trailer Sutton. Now Pritchett wide open as Boyle. Patterson going to try to recover, can't get there, no good. Rebound, Wilkes, put back, good for kick tip.
Yeah, good reaction there by Caitlin Wilkes. Got that offensive board and a quick trigger there to get it back up for, I believe that's her 10th point here this evening.
Out front is Fleming, pressured a bit by Boyle. Driving in, running into Wilkes. Shot well off the mark by Fleming. I don't think she expected Wilkes to be there. No. Here is Lee. She'll drive, and nice defense, but it comes right back towards Lee. Tries to save it and can't do it. Gentry grabs it, and now Gentry runs into Lee. Lauren Lee, she got fouled 5 times or fouled out on that trip. I'm not sure which, but she was in a scrum there from the get-go as she tried to get a transition bucket for Campbellsville. Start to put Lauren Lee, and I'm not sure, depending on how this game plays out, if she'll get enough run, but she's kind of in the middle tier of triple-double watch there. She's halfway in 3 categories, or better. Campbellsville, some changes here. The only no Lady Tigers will remain on the court from the starting group. Sutton had checked in a bit ago. She's out there with Flowers, Luby, Bertram, and Hay. 66-29. I don't believe Lindsey Wilson, have they scored in this second half?
They have not.
Gentry working against Flowers, and Tyra Flowers, a nice job moving her feet, walling off Gentry, who threw up a shot attempt that went out of bounds. Hodges will check out. Sydney Hall back in. Tyra Flowers gets a
She just gets better at each and every game.
compliment there from the head coach. Flowers off to Sutton, left side. Now Bertram closing in on the midway mark of this third quarter. Bertram entry, Luby, backdoor cut there by Burt is knocked away. Ball is still free. Got a scrum. I hope Bertram's head didn't hit the ground. She's back up quickly.
She's tough as a pine knot.
The other way, Gentry finds Patterson, gets around Bertram. She's still digging as Burt, but Patterson spins away and gets 2 points, and the Blue Raiders go over 5 minutes scoreless to begin the half. Hey, right side of the lane again, cradles off the window. It won't go. Ball being battled for, taken in that time by the Blue Raiders. That's Brewer. She's got it, short corner. Across the lane, it goes out of bounds, too far for Patterson to get it, and that is going to signal a media stoppage here with 4:28 remaining in the third quarter. Campbellsville leads 66-31 over the Blue Raiders. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Thank you.
4:28 remaining in the third quarter. Matt Payton and the former Tiger Benji Kelly here courtside at the Powell Center. Donna Weiss court. Campbellsville University the advantage against 66-31 the tally. And we talked about Dia Bradley in attendance here tonight. Benji Kelly, she makes up one of 5 commits for Campbellsville University for next season. Jada Hughes out of Bullitt East. Hallie Allen from South Gibson in Tennessee. Bella Stiles from Upperman in Tennessee. And most recently this week, Talon Shearer announced her commitment to the Lady Tigers. The Rockcastle County product will join a terrific recruiting class for Coach Ginger High Colvin next season. They're going to lose a lot, but she's certainly not going to have the covered Gobert anytime soon.
Restock and reload. That's kind of been the mantra for this Lady Tiger team over the last decade or better.
Bertram going to work left side. Wanted Luby, can't get it to her. Hale try, and I believe that ball got deflected, knocked away. Hall has it for Lindsey Wilson. To the offensive end, nearly a back tap. Hall a bit out of control there. Fortunate to get that over to Patterson. She'll work right side of the lane. Runs into Flowers, who blocked the shot.
Good defense.
And here Bertram has it knocked away. Flowers bounced it over. Hall took it away from Bertram. Now Patterson going to keep it alive. She is closing in on double-digit rebounds if she doesn't have it already. They come up empty, however, as Patterson misses a second chance opportunity. Left side Bertram. Here is Flowers. She'll work her way right side of the lane. She's bumped and fouled, went down awkwardly, but appears to be okay. Flowers is so hard to get a read on. She's very stoic. So even when things are good for her, you won't know it. If they're bad, you won't know it. It is completely even keel.
What was it you saying? We were down there in Miami that her and Lauren Lee, there was about 4 words said between them.
They said in front of us in front of me at the Miami Heat game, and I promise you,
4 words?
I'm telling you, it was not much. I looked over at Miranda Denny at one point. I said, I don't know that they've said a thing all night long. And she said, I'll guarantee it.
And then you ask them if they had fun. They're like, oh, yeah,
they
had a
blast. Here, ball nearly knocked away. Nice read by Gentry, but couldn't quite get there. They'll go back to Bertram off the left wing here. And now Nally holds right side. Going to hand it off to Flowers. Here's Bertram with 9 to shoot. Nice move by Burt. Can't get a shot.
Nice
Inside
pass.
has a rolling Luby. That's going to be a deuce for Kayla Luby and a dime for Elizabeth Bertram.
Yeah, it was a heck of a pass right there. Great court awareness by Elizabeth Bertram to find the cutting Luby.
68-31. The Lady Tigers have outdone Lindsey Wilson College. We've 16-2 here in this third quarter. Shot no good. Rebound to Campbellsville. Hay the other side. Works left side of the lane. Stops. Little contact. Shot up in the lane. No good here. Rebound to Sydney Hall. Back the other way comes Lindsey Wilson College. Fleming hesitated for a moment, then saw a little space. And here Tyra Flowers will be whistled for the personal foul as she knocks Fleming to the ground. That's going to be the first in the quarter, actually second in the quarter on Campbellsville, Benji. But I'm going to be honest, I have no idea who the first was on. I must not have marked that one down.
I can't remember.
It was on
They always
Lauren
Lauren Lee down here. Yeah.
So Coach Wethington has sent a new player into the game. He had a few young ladies that hadn't played many games, and I don't have 13 on here, so I'll double check that. Is this shot no good? Rebound taken in by Lindsey Wilson. Davis hands it over to Borders. And now surveying is Borders. Here's Hodges. That is Emily Cox that's checked in for Lindsey Wilson. Shot by Davis and no good. And back the other way comes Campbellsville. Hay going to go long. Flowers with a touch pass. Flowers spills to the ground. Luby has to kick it back out. Hay inside. Shot in the middle. Good for Whitney Hay. And what a play by Tyra Flowers to keep all that alive.
I tell you, she took a hard spill down there, too. I think she's in a little bit of pain, but she's not going to show it.
70-31. Campbellsville with a 39-point advantage. Stevens sends it off here to Borders. Back to Hodges, left side. She'll try a three. No good. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Or did Borders save it in? She saved it in, but Bertram comes out of the pack with it. Burt slows down near the three-point arc. Spinning here is Luby off the pass. Shot kissed in off the glass for Kayla Luby.
Yeah, Kaylin's having just another great evening here for this Lady Tiger team, and already in double figures, I believe.
Back the other way, Lindsey Wilson College has it. That is Hodges out top Stevens. And here Stevens beat Campbellsville to the rim. And the Lady Tigers will send them to the free throw line, as that was Stevens on the drive there. So that foul on Hay Benji will be her fourth. 3 on Campbellsville as a team. And Kayla Luby going to check out here. Some changes for CU. Rachel Presley checking in, 6'2" redshirt freshman forward from Somerset, Kentucky. Also Bree Gowdy getting into the lineup for Campbellsville, 5'5" sophomore guard from right here in Campbellsville, Kentucky. Stevens' free throw is no good. It clangs off the side of the rim and falls off. I mentioned Emily Cox checking in a moment ago. She's a 5'10" freshman forward from London, Kentucky, also out of South Laurel High School. So should Brewer and Cox be out there with Presley, you'd have 3 South Laurel products on the floor. Flowers goes off to Nally. That second free throw for Stevens was good. Presley battling with Davis for position. Skipping it is Nally. She's got Bertram. Short corner shot off the inline. No good. Got a 15-footer that pops off. Back the other way. Stevens with it. Campbellsville the 40-point lead. Stevens blocked by Rachel Presley down inside. You want to see that football team get excited, you let Rachel Presley come back down here and hit a three.
Oh, I know. They'll go nuts, won't they?
Because, you think the post, not really in the bag, but it's most definitely in Presley's bag. Here, Presley going to get beat off the step by Davis, however. And Davis gets, I believe, her first points of the day. 72-34 the score. Lindsey Wilson has mustered just 5 points in this third quarter. We are down within 30 seconds of it being over. Inside, looking for Presley. Burt's pass a bit too far, and it'll go out of play. Campbellsville turns it over with 21.3 seconds remaining. Back to the other end here. Hodges. Davis off the right wing. Out top, Borders catches. 8 seconds. Borders drives and kicks. This is Stevens for 3 out of the left corner. That's good for Jordan Stevens. 2 seconds. We'll see if Flowers gets the old heave-ho. She was looking ahead for Presley, and the buzzer will bark before Campbellsville University can get a final look in the quarter. We'll head to the fourth with the Lady Tigers holding a 72-37 advantage over Lindsey Wilson. You're following Lady Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 72-37 the score. Campbellsville University leading Lindsey Wilson College here in the PAL. Matt Payton and Benji Kelly alongside for the call tonight. Lady Tigers rolling here. Benji, for the beginning of this fourth quarter, we'll have Gowdy and Bertram to pitch it in. Nally, Flowers, and Presley await in the front court. Don't forget the Tigers and Blue Raiders coming up at the conclusion of our women's game. Always fun when these two schools get together. Flowers off to Nally. Baseline, Nally going to give it up. Gowdy out top, three on the way. That is short. Flowers, the rebound, going to go back up. Tyra Flowers can't finish. Presley tapped it, but Hall controlled it. And back the other way. And actually, now that I think about it, as I look down, Sydney Hall's a South Laurel product as well. So here a shot missed. Rebound comes out long to Hall. Hall missed it, but she gets it back as Hodges kept it alive. Across the lane she goes, and Patterson gets the layup for Lindsey Wilson.
Good job by Hall there. Nice little entry pass.
And Presley couldn't quite handle that entry from Nally. Back out top. Left side, this is Stevens. 9 minutes to play in the game. Stevens drives in and throws one up the right hand. That is good. 72-41 the score. Campbellsville going to have to find a little offense here. Flowers out to Nally. And now Gowdy going to drive in as she got a little opening. Shot no good. Rebound to Presley. Put back. No good for Rachel Presley. Nally inside. That shot knocked away by Stevens, and Davis grabs it. So the Lady Tigers with multiple chances.
Multiple opportunities, and the basket just would not fall.
Davis moving a little slowly here, coming back down the floor. She actually, as I say that, reaches over and kind of grabs her.
Well, she
right
fell
hip.
down here
Okay.
on the rebound, and
Sutton back in. Paige Serafini makes her first appearance. 5'11" sophomore guard from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. So Campbellsville, a couple of snipers out there here in Serafini and Sutton. 12 to shoot as Patterson catches out front. They go to Stevens in the right wing, working around Sutton, takes the baseline jumper, too strong. Rebound to Gowdy. And here comes Campbellsville once again. Gowdy goes left side. Sutton open, three on the way. Bang! Sarah Sutton and Edward Jones three for Campbellsville.
good to see. That is so good to see, Matt. Sarah Sutton, was kind of battled back from some injuries, but good to see that confidence coming back in her.
Patterson out front. Jumper on the way for Patterson is around and pops off. Rebound to Campbellsville. Back the other way is Bree Gowdy. Gowdy. And now Sutton again. Serafini with another touch. Sutton will dribble back towards the middle. Use Gowdy on the left side. She'll try to get the step on Hall. It was bumped and ball was knocked away from Gowdy there. Lady Tigers will be off on Saturday for Lindsey Wilson. They will welcome Cumberland University to the bigger sports center over in Columbia. Sutton catches baseline out of bounds from Gowdy. Three on the way, no good. Rebound to Patterson. Long ahead, they will use Guess in there, and she'll turn back, find Patterson cutting left side of the lane for 2 points. Patterson has 15 in the ball game to go with 10 rebounds. Lady Tigers with 4 players in double figures. Hodges gambles, comes up empty, open. Serafini, three, no good. Rebound, Flowers, put back and one for Tyra Flowers.
Well, she can just get in there and crash the boards and kind of, I won't call them garbage buckets, but they're hard-earned buckets on the offensive boards and put back. Really impressed with Tyra and how she approaches this game. And like you said, Matt, she's very stoic, but she is a competitor.
Free throw good for Flowers. Bertram will re-enter for Campbellsville University. 78-43 the score. Campbellsville flexing its muscle here tonight. Third-ranked team in the country. Impressive performance. Here's a three from Cox. That three is good for Emily Cox.
That was way downtown as well.
Presley was closing out. A bit late. Left side, Sutton. Out top, Gowdy on around, Serafini. Over the top, Serafini looking for Presley. Has her. Rachel couldn't get the finish. And to the other end comes Guess. Works around one Lady Tiger defender. Bertram picks her up. Now they'll come out top to Hodges. 3 from Hodges, too strong. And the long board will be pulled in by Presley, who slows it down.
That may be her longest rebound that she's ever received.
Don't get many out
Half court, yeah.
78-46, Campbellsville the advantage. Serafini wanted Presley, not there. Now Gowdy has it on the right side. Bertram bounces. Serafini. 2 defenders there. Looking for Presley inside, and Paige Serafini threw it a bit too far. And by a bit, I mean 3 or 4 bits. Tough for those young ladies to come in kind of cold.
Yeah, it is.
You want to get them some reps and minutes. Here's a 3 from Cox. Again over the top of Presley. That one no good. Rebound Sutton. Bertram brings CU to the offensive end. Campbellsville with a 32-point lead. Creeping closer to the midway mark of this fourth quarter. Gowdy back to Serafini. And Gowdy again, 12 to shoot. Serafini left side. Bertram gonna drive in. Bert steps through, shot off the window, won't go. There's a lid on it right now. Kansas has had a few decent looks down
really
there. Presley's had a couple. The only one that's went recently was that Flowers that became an and one. Left side, Guess gets around Gowdy. Nice job helping by Sutton. Here, Cox spinning. 2 defenders there. Turnaround shot no good. And the rebound to Guess as she was able to pull it in away from a couple of Lady Tigers. Here's a shot off the right block that's good for Guess. A little floater over Sutton. 30 points the margin. .423 to play. Right side, Bertram. Out top, Serafini. Now left side. Next stoppage should bring us to a media timeout, I believe, but I will not swear to it.
You just never know.
Bertram going to skip it left side open. Gowdy, 3 on the way. No good. Rebound to Patterson. Bertram knifed in. Oh, Bertram and Patterson go down. Nice sportsmanship. It looked like Patterson threw her arm down to almost catch Bertram as they spilled to the ground. They're going to call. I'm kind of with Bert there. I don't know how that's really on her. She kind of knifed in front of Patterson and started to take it away, didn't she? But
I agree.
At
but
this point, we're not going to mince words over that. 78-48 the score. Campbellsville University leads. Media stoppage here. We'll step away. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. On You Tigers by the Tiger Pep Band, Benji Kelly, and they don't need any encouragement here in the women's matchup tonight. The Lady Tigers sprinted out after about the first 5 or 6 minutes and ran off and left Lindsey Wilson College. Just not enough offense, a few too many turnovers for the Blue Raiders. And this holding serve at home, always important in the Mid-South Conference. Campbellsville going to do just that here this evening.
Yeah, it's a good victory here for this Lady Tiger team. That first 6-7 minutes was pretty close. And then Campbellsville had that 2-point lead with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and it's been all CU since then.
Cox off the right wing, shoots it over to Borders out top, working in and leaving it out with Gentry. Gentry going to spin, contested shot, nice move, couldn't get the finish. Is Nally going to grab the rebound? Here comes Gowdy the other way, back tap. Gowdy unaware that there was still a Blue Raider behind her. Fleming going to be bumped and fouled here by Bertram. This will bring a change for Campbellsville. Whitney Hay will check into the Lady Tiger lineup. Campbellsville with a 30-point lead. Hay going to check in for Burt. 2 in the period on Campbellsville. We've got a shot here, Benji, an outside shot of every Lady Tiger that we've seen to this point, getting to double-digit minutes tonight. Well, maybe Serafini. She might come up a bit short. Foul on Campbellsville was on who then? They call foul?
They call it on Serafini.
3 on the Lady Tigers as a team. Ball got knocked out of play. It'll stay with Lindsey Wilson. 3.5 to go. These two teams will rematch here in a few weeks on the 10th of February over in Columbia. Working her way inside, taking the turnaround shot is Guess. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Pulled in here by Cox. Put back no good. Batted across the lane. Hay had it. Nice job by Whitney Hay to kind of squat down there and keep Borders from making a play on the ball. Hay out front. Gonna kick. That's Serafini. Serafini will find Sutton. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound to Guess. And Taylor Guess back the other way now. Gowdy going to be called. A little push there. First on Bree Gowdy. 4th on Campbellsville. That matchup on the 10th is a Saturday afternoon. 2 o'clock start time for you folks in the Eastern time zone. Campbellsville's Lady Tigers back in action on the 1st of February in Georgetown. Bounce it here. Guess has it. Working against Sutton. Sutton does a nice job defensively to force her deep down the end line. Shot no good. Nally the rebound. Here comes Hay. Hay, touch inside to Serafini. Goes reverse. Can't get the shot to stick.
That was a nice pass by Whitney Hay.
Cox shovels it back to Gentry. Less than 2.5 minutes to go. Left side, Gentry. Out top, Borders, in on around. And shot thrown up there by Fleming. No good. Batted out. Guess grabbed at one on the shot clock. Hay swats the putback attempt. Ball still loose. Inside, Cox picks it up, and she is fouled after all of that. John Levington just looks down. The Ginger High call and big smile.
Sometimes that's just how the ball bounces, you know.
2 on Gowdy, 5 on the Lady Tigers as a club. Paige Evans going to check in. 5'3" sophomore guard from Hodgenville, Kentucky. And Kayla Mills going to check in. 5'5" sophomore guard from Flat Lick, Kentucky. Maddie Nally's night most likely over. Somebody else checked out. Was that I have no idea who else checked out. Nally I saw run off the floor. Let's see, you've got Mills, Evans, Hay, Serafini, and Sutton. So that means Gowdy was the other that checked out.
Picked up her second foul.
78-51. Hay going to hand it off here to Mills. Evans. Back to Serafini. Inside. Nice pass looking for Hay. Got deflected. Hay picks it up. She'll take the jumper. Too strong. And rebound poked away briefly from Brewer, but she's able to stay with it. Fleming in the middle, kicks into the corner. That is Cox. 3 on the way for Emily Cox, and that is good. So Cox, they left off the call sheet just based on.
She's got a pretty nice jumper.
She just hadn't appeared, I don't believe, in many games for the Blue Raiders, and there's several on the roster. But she's had an impact here this evening. And a timeout for substitution here as Rachel Presley will check in for Whitney Hay. I'll try to match up here. And, oh, no, please. We got another media time. We don't have to take them all, guys.
I thought we already took it.
I'm telling you, there's that floating
there's
one.
a floating one each half. That's right.
Okay. But why did this become a media? Because there was multiple stoppages down there a few minutes ago. Why did it have to happen on a timeout?
I think it's when the coach calls it. When the coach calls the timeout, that becomes a floating.
Folks, I have an undergraduate and a master's degree, a graduate level degree from this fine institution.
And we still don't know.
I could figure out the annexation of Puerto Rico, the square root of infinity before I could.
Speaking of which, did you see that on Twitter today that some kid posted, hey, what were those routes for the annexation of Puerto Rico?
The routes,
we want to put that in the NFL playoffs.
I mean, hey, if the Chiefs are still in it, Andy Reid has probably got the play in there somewhere.
Don't go there.
I'm sorry, that was not even meant for you. But they try those trick plays sometimes.
Well, we tried one and it backfired
to
on
a
us,
fault.
so.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Right side Mills. 60 seconds to play here. Left side Sutton. Campbellsville season average in points 91. Not sure they'll get there here tonight. And Mills tries to dump it down inside, and Brewer takes it away. Brewer all the way. Shot no good. Sutton had the rebound knocked away from her, out of play.
Well, Matt, all in all, a good victory here for this Lady Tiger team. They're going to move to 5-0 in the conference, 18-1. So far, we got one more game where you're through the first half of the Mid-South Conference, and kind of like where we're sitting right now.
We'll update the women's scores during our men's broadcast, but this Central Time Zone has taken over the Mid-South Conference here. Pass inside. Serafini has Presley, no good. Ball tapped out. And Coach Weddington, let's see if he... I thought maybe he was going to take a timeout there, but 16 seconds they're going to hold for the final look. Freed Hardeman up 3 over Georgetown with a couple minutes going by in the second quarter there. And I don't even think the Blue Raiders are going to take a look at the rim, perhaps 5 seconds. And Coach Ginger High Colvin and John Weddington will exchange a hug. Campbellsville University picking up the win here in the Powell Athletic Center. 78-54, your final score. Campbellsville the W. That is win number 18 on the season for the Lady Tigers. They are a perfect 5-0 in the Mid-South Conference. The head coach, Ginger High Colvin, picking up win number 464. For Lindsey Wilson College, they are now 14-6 on the year. They are 2-2 in Mid-South Conference play. And again, these two teams will meet on the 10th of February at the Bigger Sports Center in Columbia at Lindsey Wilson College. Campbellsville winning this meeting, the 82nd all-time. Now 63-19 against the Blue Raiders and Minji. Pretty complete performance for Campbellsville. They obviously took their foot off the gas a bit, but complete performance for CU.
Yeah, it's a good victory, and that fourth quarter got some great minutes for some of our subs. But all in all, a great effort here for this Lady Tiger team.
We'll get Ginger High Colvin to make her way over. We've got a few extra minutes before the men's game. They're actually going to put 25 minutes on the clock with the early ending to our women's contest here. The Lady Tigers finished 44% from the field today. They were 30 of 68, 9 of 27 from deep. That is 33%, 9 of 11 at the free throw line, 81.8%. And for Lindsey Wilson, 31.3% overall tonight, 20 of 64, 5 of 18 from deep. That is 27% and 75% from the line, 9 of 12 as the head coach. Ginger High Colvin joins me, and Coach, you go back and forth the first 5-7 minutes, and then you guys went on a big run to close the first half and really put it out of reach from Lindsey Wilson.
And that's what I told him at halftime. Maddie Boyle's our steady right now offensively. She's done a great job. She stepped up and hit some big shots as well. But when Courtney Pritchett adds to that, when she's offensive-minded, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of pressure off the rest of us. And they were really packing it in on Kit and Kayla today. And I felt like our kids, we hit shots early. And when we hit shots early, I think that's the most important thing that you can do is just see the ball go through the hole. And defensively, we didn't do great early. We left them open. They had good looks, good shots. They're playing extremely well right now. And Lucy Patterson's playing well. She stepped up and hit some big shots early. So we felt it out a little early. I wish we hadn't have. We've talked about that. We don't want to come and field teams out. We want to come out and really pound the ball and really do some things. But overall, I feel like we did a decent job today.
Well, you talked about Courtney Pritchett, you talked about Maddie Boyle, and we've discussed this, but when you're able to hit those threes early, it really, when you come into a place like this, a packed house, great crowd tonight, number 3 in the country, and you can hit big shots like that early, it's got to just put a level of pressure on that opposing team, and that's one that you almost feel like you've got to play perfect, and that's almost impossible, and even harder when you try.
Yeah, it is, and I think sometimes we talk about our team and talk about just there's pressure. There's pressure to play well. There's pressure to win those games every single time you go out. And Lindsey Wilson's got a good young group of kids that you're going to be talking about this group for a while now, and they're just going to continue to get better. So the pressure that we're having and the way that we want to improve and the things that we want to do to get better, we sometimes we lose focus of that. If you get it to a 20-25 point game, you kind of lose you turn the ball over at times when you shouldn't, you miss rebounds when you shouldn't, and those are some habits that we're really trying to correct and get better. And then it's nice to be able to play some kids that need those minutes and the need to get in a rhythm.
Courtney Pritchett starts tonight. Game 139 for her, the most of any Lady Tiger in program history. Pretty fitting that it comes against Lindsey Wilson College, and I think she read the script. She came out shooting the ball early and knocking down big shots.
Yeah, it is. It's nice for her to be able to, like I say, when she's offensive-minded and she's, we've got some really good shooters, and Maddie Bull, Elizabeth Bertram's not shooting it great right now, but Elizabeth is a good shooter. She's a scorer. Scores go through stuff, but I feel confident when the lights get super bright, Bert's going to be right there with us too. And then we're trying to get Sarah Sutton back in that mix because she's had that injury that's been nagging her. She's working daily, extra, trying to get herself back in shape, and it's just nice to be able to get her out there and get her some minutes too.
Benji and I talked, she's starting to look like
Sarah Sutton again,
Sutton, and obviously it's been a real struggle for her just getting everything lined up health-wise. It's been one thing after another, different things. It's just something new all the time. And
this season it's been, still some effects of COVID with migraines, and she had a foot injury, so crazy enough, Sarah's not practiced that much. She's worked really hard on getting herself fit. She's in the gym extra now that Derek Port's done a great job working with Sarah, and she's not been able to be with the team and practice as much, but now she's out there full force every day, and you have a kid that can shoot the ball like her, you've got to find a way to put her in the game.
Caitlin Wilkes gets the 1,000-point ball here tonight, Coach.
Yep.
You recognize her for that, game back at Cumberland's where she scored her 1,000th point. 10 here tonight, 5 of 6 shooting, 4 rebounds. She and Kayla Luby continue to be a dynamic 1-2 punch for you. Hook down, and sometimes it's kind of video game numbers. They're combined from the field tonight. They were 11 of 13.
That's pretty efficient.
That dog will hunt, as they say.
Pretty efficient,
23 points on 11 shots.
Yeah, that's just, they're both. After the first 2 or 3 minutes, I thought we did a better job getting the ball into them. Maddie Nally does as good a job getting the ball to our post as anybody. I feel like when Whitney and Kayla Luby are in there, they both have a pretty good connection, but we all did a much better job trying to find them and get them in there. And I know Kayla had some offensive boards. The first half, I think she had 3. I don't know what she ended up with, but she cleaned up some garbage early, and, it's just nice. I know her grandparents are here. And I know you can watch and listen to you guys, which is phenomenal, but there's nothing like laying eyes on them live, and I think it's just been great. And, we'd love to play those kids some more minutes, but it's just not worth it with the talent that we have. We want to give some other kids an opportunity to play, and we sure don't want anybody to get injured.
Well, this almost works like, in football they would call it a bye. It's not so much a bye, but you do have the Saturday off where you get an off day. You were able to kind of limit the legs tonight based on the score and the performance. So the most anyone played on the team was Elizabeth Bertram at 18 minutes.
Yeah.
So it kind of a good time to rest up just a bit.
Yeah, and it's just nice. And like I said, when I look down and I see Bert's played 18 minutes, she needed to play 18 minutes tonight. She needs to just see some balls go through the holes. She made one drive late that's her kind of drive, her kind of shot, and it rimmed out on her. And I just know that those shots are going to start falling, and she's had some good looks tonight. But, her energy defensively and just what she brings to us, I just have no doubt we're going to see her just spark us as she's always sparked us.
You'll, I'm sure, kind of watch some scores later, but it's an interesting night in the league. Cumberland's and Georgetown, 2 ranked teams on the road against Receiving Votes Bethel, against Freed Hardeman. That's kind of a big weekend swing down there that you'll pay attention to this weekend. You'll see Georgetown next week on Thursday at their place. So certainly life in the Mid-South Conference always difficult.
It is. And having a weekend off is almost like Christmas. I don't know who's going to enjoy it more, me or the girls. I know we're going to be able to go out Saturday and recruit a little bit and see some kids, but just a mental probably break as much as anything is going to be what we do. We'll come in the morning and get a little conditioning, and then I'm going to let them head home, and I won't see them again until Sunday. And like I say, I think more than anything, it'll just give them a fresh reboot, and because it's a grind for us. It's a grind when we step out on the floor. I feel like we get a lot of people's best games, and it's going to be no different when we have Georgetown next week.
We've got a little extra time. You guys got done early. I got to know about this B in bowling in Donna Wise's class.
Yeah. Lady Tigers did not get preferential treatment when you took Coach Wise and had her in class. So I just thought, we'd go bowl. Mike Ping, who was a baseball player at the time, did tell me he was on my team, and he was like, bowl really bad like the first 3 days, because he knew we got graded on improvement. So like we gutter balled a lot early, and but her tests were like, I thought we were just going to bowl. They're like friction on the lane and where do you step, and just I'm like, come on. It was bowling, and I think I got a B in there.
And it's not one of those things where, like, if you get a B, you got to run or anything, right? Like, because that would be
No.
really bad, wouldn't it? If you got to.
I'm sitting where I wanted to sit. I'm not going to say that I was the greatest student in the world. I think just in the back of my mind, I knew
Medical
where I would
school
end up.
was never on
it
the
was
table,
not.
right?
It was not. So but I think sometimes she just did that to you just to let you know that you weren't going to get by with anything.
I'm gonna have to ask her about that. That's a tough one when the point guard gets a B in bowling.
Yeah,
That's
I really think Becky did too. I think my roommate did too, and Becky's one of our all-time leading scorers. I'm pretty confident she didn't get an A either. And Becky was very smart, very, very smart. She got a B in bowling.
Well, I would get a D.
C's get degrees though, but don't tell my girls I said that.
I would get a D if they asked me to figure out these media timeouts. After 3 or 4 years, I still don't
I
have
know.
them. I mean,
I called the last one, and I thought, why did I do that? I mean, I didn't want the media. I just wanted to sub, and I did not think there was a media left. So it was my bad, and
happens.
I know, yeah.
I never know when they're coming up. The men's game, I've got it pretty well figured out. Those are easy. On
Yeah,
the
those are
women's
a lot
with,
easier.
With the floating and it's just, I'll get there one day, perhaps. Coach,
And I do like the running. I do like the ability to call a timeout and just sub and not have to bring the kids over, because, everybody's wanting to see the guys' game too, and we're wanting to get out of that. And I love things like that, but when it rolled into that media, I was hadn't planned on that.
no big deal. You still got done early.
We got some late Tigers in the house tonight too, right?
I saw a few. I know I talked to Courtney Cruz, and she was she told me a fun one on you that I got on the air. And then I know Dia Bradley was on the far side.
Yeah, Dia's in here. I was able to go to Monroe County on Monday night and watch Dia. She's so explosive. She's going to bring a lot to our team. Just a phenomenal player. Went the next night and had a triple-double. So she can do a lot of things well, and we're looking forward to having her in uniform.
I got one. I called one of the Lady Tiger triple doubles. There have been 3, I believe, or at least 3 people that have had them in program history. You being one, right?
Yes.
And Whitney Ballinger.
Yes.
And Savannah Gregory.
Savannah
Ramos
Gregory.
had the
Okay.
one that
If you had quizzed me on that, but that does make sense.
She
Yes.
had the 11 steals against Life. So hopefully, maybe Dia will join that list. There may be someone before. I thought Lauren Lee, and I know the game kind of the score dictated, but Lauren was kind of in the middle of 3 different categories when she came out. I thought, well, she's got a chance. But let me ask you this. I mentioned it, is that 32 has been kind to you over the last decade or so.
Yes.
It's brought you a National Player of the Year. It has brought you a young lady that will have played more games than any Lady Tiger ever. Dia, will she keep that 32?
I hadn't thought about that. I had not thought about that. I feel confident the 2 32s that were here probably would gladly, let that number just pass along, and the luck in that jersey, hopefully it just continues to go. We've only retired one number ever, and that's number 43. And we still need to get a banner up and bring Whitney back for that, but that's the only number that we that we won't ever have again.
Well, and the trickle down on, does this go wide open now, the Wild West with the number changes? Is that something that you guys are going to get into?
Our girls
or?
haven't said much about it. We've not talked about it. I don't know. I think that's a guy thing more than it's a girl thing.
Yeah.
I've not now. Savannah Gregory wanted 13, and that was one. And I know when I played, I was really particular about my number. Some kids are, some kids aren't. But if they do request a number, we try our best to make that happen, as long as a current late Tiger doesn't have that number.
Well, we'll see who the first 8 is, or the first 39, or
I just
whatever.
don't know if I like 7 or 8, or I'm not
But
on
now,
board
if you
with that
watch-
yet.
And I don't watch much NBA, but they're all over there. I mean, they're all 77.
Yeah, like there was
I mean,
a 74 or something the other night. I didn't.
But you'll have a request for 99 or something.
Emily Fox in the house tonight.
Emily Fox
Fox
back
is in the
behind
house
us?
tonight
She's
with
showing off Nash.
showing Nash off. We asked her if he had a good fall through yet, and she said that he did. So
That won't be your problem down the line. But if Nash shoots at anything like his mom, Brent Vernon will certainly.
he needs
have
to camp
keep
out
that
at their
one on
house.
a-
Yes, he
keep
does.
that one
If
on a-
Nash has any of those genes in there, yes, he needs to start camping.
Coach, enjoy the weekend off.
Thank you.
Have a
We're
little fun
excited about this.
recruiting, And
Yes.
we'll do it again next week
Thank
in
you,
Georgetown.
Matt. I appreciate it.
Ginger High Colvin and the Lady Tigers get the win over Lindsey Wilson here tonight in the Powell Center. Final score is 78-54.